in the blueprints.
Hey guys, VG Sav here, and it's been a long time since I've had a live conversation with you. I guess most of my videos I've been recording recently have been Let's Plays with where I recorded them in advance and I cut them up and put them on my channel. So I haven't actually done this in a while, so excuse me if I'm a little rusty. What the video you're watching in the background is I'm doing the Scrit jumping puzzle in the Silver Wastes. I'm actually doing it for the second time, so some of the stuff, especially towards the end of the video, you'll notice it was already done. So I was just kind of doing it over again. A couple things I want to talk about today. This is gonna be kind of a long video. I have a lot of things I kind of want to talk about because I really haven't, like I said, I really haven't done this much recently. First thing, just recently passed was my 2-year anniversary with Virtus Gaming VG. It was I did a 1-year anniversary video last year. This year I'm kind of just combining it with other things. It was kind of a tough year for me in VG. I don't want to say it was bad by any stretch of the meaning. It wasn't bad. It was tough. A lot of things changed. I was rolling with Call of Duty and this time last year and things at the time were going pretty decently with that. And then since then I obviously quit Call of Duty. We basically more or less closed the division. It's not closed yet per se. There's a little bit of shred of hope left in it with Drummer, who's trying to do what he can to bring it back. But I mean, let's face it, nobody's really too thrilled with Advanced Warfare, much more than they were thrilled with Ghosts. So it's kind of hanging on by a thread. It's kind of still there. I'm not there anymore. I don't play. Well, I haven't even turned on my Xbox in months. I'm all Guild Wars all the time. Which brings me to Guild Wars. Guild Wars has been great. I love it. I love the game. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot more casual. A lot more, I think, what I was looking for in a game. However, just trying to recruit for it, get other people to play for it. It's kind of been tricky, kind of been difficult, kind of been at times disappointing. I play with some great guys. Charlie, obviously. More recently, Licensed Fool, a member of VG, Flame Fang, off and on Fuse Design, and a couple other people. Some people not from VG that we've had, brought into our guild. We've been having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun playing. I wish it just very recently has really the guild started to take off just a little bit, but still getting some of those people that aren't VG members to come over to VG and try to set things up properly on VG the way I would like it set up has been tricky and it's been difficult. And really, I've kind of just almost given up on it and just say, hey, this is the way it's going to be. If you don't come over, that's fine, whatever. I'm not trying to force it upon anybody anymore. So that kind of leaves me. You might be questioning, like, well, you're an admin for VG. You should be pushing it hard and harder. Yeah, probably. But I've just there's been things not just within VG, but like I said, within recruiting for Guild Wars they've kind of. And with my own life, that have just gotten me kind of demotivated in a lot of ways. And in October, my schedule got flip-flopped. I went from straight day work to straight overnights. And basically, what that has done is killed whatever motivation I had for anything. In a lot of ways. When you're sleeping all day and then you get up and you only have so much time in the evening because now you have to go to work. I have to basically start getting ready for work and leaving for work around 10:30 at night. Whereas it doesn't sound that bad, but you know, when I worked day work, it didn't seem like I needed as much sleep as I do now that I'm working overnights. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but like, you know, I could stay up till 11:30, even midnight some nights playing. And so I would give me like sometimes 4 hours a night of playing. Whereas now I basically have 2 hours and that's it. And once those 2 hours are up, I got to go to work. And I kind of a lot of times end up having to leave the parties abruptly and in the middle of things sometimes. And it's kind of sad and depressing. But at the same time, I have so much extra time on the weekends to just play and play and play, so that's kind of cool. I guess I'm making a little bit of excuses here and there, but basically my motivation for a lot of things has been lacking, and I know this. If you guys have been long time subscribers to my channel, you know I did the Savage Fat videos a while back, and I did an update where I lost weight, and I think all in all I ended up losing like 30 pounds. Well, you know, like all that work and time that I put into that is kind of also gone by the wayside. So I'm not in shape that I used to be. And I don't want to blame it all on working overnights. I think a lot of it has to just do with myself and trying to, I don't know, pep talk myself, and I've just decided not to do it. So I guess I should just blame more of myself, but that's kind of depressing to blame yourself for things, so I don't blame myself for things, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so that's so it's been 2 years for me in VG. Last year's video was probably a lot more optimistic than this year's. I still enjoy being a VG member and obviously the people that that's another thing too. Like, there's still a lot of great people that I hang out with and play with, but there's a lot of people that I used to hang out with and used to play with that I kind of miss. You know, they're not around anymore, and you know, because they play Call of Duty or they quit Call of Duty long before I did, or when I switched consoles from PlayStation to Xbox, and now pretty much switched from Xbox to PC. I lost contact with a lot of those people, so that's kind of depressing and sad. But you know, life goes on. Like I said, I still have a lot of cool people that I play with and hang out with, and you know. But if you're one of those people, you might be watching this video that, you know, I used to have contact with. Hey, I have come play Guild Wars with me. You know, seriously. I'm not even joking. I kind of smirking and laughing a little bit, but it's a really fun game. I really enjoy playing it, and I love to get other people to play with me. No pressure. Which actually brings me to another point, and this is going to be more for people that I know. I'm not going to be able to share this with just random subscribers. I actually have a second Guild Wars 2 account that obviously I'm not using. I wish I had more time. I could play 30 characters and play all day every day, but I don't have that kind of time. I did buy the second account because it was so cheap. It was on sale for, you know, the $10. This game is now going on sale twice for $10 in the past couple months. So at one of those points, I did buy a second account because it was so cheap. But again, I haven't used it. So I have it. It's registered to an email address and all that stuff. So if you are one of those aforementioned people that I used to play with and maybe are interested in trying the game out, I have an account that I give you some information details on, and you can go try it out and play with me for a little bit and see if you like the game, see if it's your kind of game, see if you actually enjoy it before you actually have to commit to buying it. So if you are one of those people, then let me know and we'll see what we can do. On to some other things, kind of like a channel update here. The month of May is going to be a little shoddy. I was having some issues with my new computer. I don't know exactly where we're at in the video series. I talk about some stuff, and then 3 months later it shows up on the channel because it's just that I was at one point so far ahead on creating the videos. So I don't know exactly if that's even been talked about yet on those videos, on my Let's Plays. I did get a new computer back in March for my birthday. It's a decent machine. However, I was having issues with it, and I don't know if it's a heat issue, or I'm just working the processor too hard, or I'm not sure. I don't know what the problem is. I've been working on trying to do some things. I just recently bought some new fans I'm going to put in this weekend. Actually, probably as this video is airing, I might be putting those new fans in my machine. I'm just trying some things to try to make it run cooler and run smoother. Basically, what had happened was twice my video shut down completely for no really announced reason. Nothing that I could tell. There was no beeping in the computer. Nothing. It just shut off, and I couldn't turn it back on. I wouldn't boot for hours. So it was kind of scary. It was kind of like, hey, it seems like there's some kind of real serious issue there, but then it turns back on and it's fine. Like nothing ever happened. Like it just takes like an hour or two, and I think the first time I kind of like went in and unplugged everything, plugged everything back in, and then it didn't initially start back up, but then it did. It's kind of a weird problem, and I can't put my finger on it. The one thing that I know that I was doing before before it happened while it was happening the second time, and I had done several times before it happened. It was actually happened while I was playing the first time, but prior to playing, I had rendered 2 or 3 videos, and while I was rendering videos the second time, it was the second video I was rendering, it just cut out. The rendering of these videos does use a lot of CPU power, so I've kind of cut down the amount of videos I will render at one time to 1 a day, and so far that's been working, and I haven't had the problem since. Again, I don't know if that's actually the problem. I kind of want to think it might be like a heat problem, but I got a new CPU fan that seems to be working well, but that was after it did it the first time and before it did it the second time, so I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I just know that the one thing that was consistent with both times was the rendering of videos. So I'm kind of it's kind of slowed down my progress, is what I'm kind of getting at. I can't make as many videos at one time as I would like to make at one time. So the month of May is kind of choppy. This week I only had the 2 videos, and now I'm making this video. Next week I'm only going to have 2 videos. However, if I can continuously do 1 video a day, which I've been pretty good with the past week or so, I'm going to try to put them out 5 days a week. So, because I really also want to catch up. I'm really like I think I'm level 24 or 25 in the last video, and I'm up to 36 now, and I'm doing dungeons and stuff or 37, doing dungeons and stuff with that character. So I really just want to kind of expedite the process and put more videos out, and kind of I also want to actually use this character more. I'm really enjoying playing as a thief, so I want to get I basically want to get her done. So I'm playing with her a lot more and recording with her a lot more, recording and playing during the week and stuff like that, whereas normally I was only doing it on the weekends. I did call in a little bit of help for the dungeons and stuff like that. My guild helped me out with the explorable dungeon runs. And there's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more, and I think it's going to be a lot more interesting, a lot more fun to watch. Not that I think my videos are overly boring or anything like that. I've gotten actually a lot of positive feedback from some of you guys. So I hope you guys continue to enjoy it, and I'm kind of excited to put out some of this other content. Like I just recently did the jumping puzzle. Or I should say just recently published the jumping puzzle video, and the World Boss Frozen Mall video. I have more stuff like that I want to do, and I think it really showcases the game a lot more than just me doing map completion. Not that that's boring either. It's actually fun to play. I don't know how fun it is to watch. I think seeing videos of me doing the dungeons and doing the world bosses and doing some of the other things that this game has to offer is going to be at least a little more exciting. I also have the story mode to catch up on too, stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to put out. So hopefully when I put these fans in tomorrow, that makes my computer run a little bit cooler. So maybe I'll be more confident to render more videos a day. We'll see. If that's the case, then definitely we're going to be doing 5 videos a week. No hesitation. I want to get this. I want to get this rolling. I want to get the series really, really rolling here, and get it done. It's definitely going to be well over. At this point, it's looking like it might be over 150 episodes. So, and I think I just posted up. Well, posted episode 52 yesterday. So that's going to, I believe, post the 3rd, maybe the 4th week of May. So you can kind of figure out if I'm going to do 100 videos, how much, and at the same rate, 3 videos a week that I'm doing. We're looking at, I'm not going to finish this series until, June of next year. And that's just quick math in my head. 5, 10, yeah. So it's like March next year. If it's only 150 episodes, it may be more. I'm not even halfway leveled yet. So we're gonna really, like I said, we're really gonna start pushing it here, and because I also want to go on to other things too, and do more videos like this where I talk about the game and talk about things going on with my life and things going on in general. Something I used to do a lot. A lot of people enjoyed back then, but it was Call of Duty related. Whereas there's a lot of things going on with Guild Wars right now that I could be talking about. For instance, today they just announced this video actually has me playing as my Guardian, and today they just announced the new Guardian specialization for the expansion. I'd love to sit here and talk about it because I think it's horrible. I really do. I'm not looking forward to that specialization. But I could have talked about, last week I could have talked about the Mesmer specialization. I really think that Mesmer specialization is really going to be game changing. I guess I could still do stuff like that, but again, I feel like I'm kind of limited. Though now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I will try to record something for next week, because next week I'm only going to have 2 of my Let's Play videos, so maybe I'll do something else on Friday. We'll see. A lot of speculation here. Stuff I want to do. I want to talk about the game more. I want to do videos where I talk about the game more. I think people would enjoy that. I think. What do I know? Maybe they won't. Maybe it'll be a flop, and maybe I'll never do it again. Who knows? Hopefully, there's a lot still to come. I think I want to be more than just a Let's Play channel here. I want to do other things too, and I do want to do more videos a week. I think 3 videos a week has been nice. It's been a nice pace for me. However, I think we need to pick up the pace just a little bit and do some other things too to try to captivate more of an audience and more people. Hopefully, maybe not. Who knows? That's kind of all I really wanted to talk about. There's still a little bit more of this puzzle to go here. Actually, I want to talk about the puzzle a little bit right before I finish here. If you guys have not done, if you guys play Guild Wars 2 and you haven't done this script jumping puzzle, I highly, 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 highly recommend it. I was really fascinated and captivated by this jumping puzzle. Like, I was just dumbfounded by it. The size and scope of this jumping puzzle was just incredible to me. I have not done Not So Secrets. I don't know. I don't have really any other jumping puzzle to really compare it to. There's a couple that are kind of big. Like, there's one in Mount Maelstrom that you can only get in. There's like 4 elementals that you have to do or something to get into it. I forget exactly. That one's a pretty large, but it's not. I don't even think that one compares to the size of this one. This one actually, if you've ever played on the Silver Waste map, you know what goes on the Silver Waste map. You know it's a constant meta event on the Silver Waste map. So if you're familiar at all with the Silver Waste map, you know there's always people on the Silver Waste map. You know there's always this big event going on, so everybody's usually there to do that or you know, some version of that, whether it be the chest farm or something like that. So for this to be basically completely underneath it, well, I shouldn't say completely underneath it, because there's a lot of times where there's actually twice while doing it that you go above the map. To have this humongous cavern or whatever underneath the map is just, it was incredible to me. And it also makes me think like the Silver Waste map is not a very large map on just size wise, just, you know, square size, 4x4 wise. It's not huge. However, it really makes you think of what they could possibly do with this expansion, because there's really, at least on this map, there's two really huge areas. There's the area that everybody's at, the meta event, and then underneath is this huge jumping puzzle. So like, I think my Hangouts just went off there, so I apologize for that. So it kind of makes me excited for the size and scale of these expansion maps. If there's really going to have these 3 layers, and they're all going to have content, whereas this kind of had content on the one layer, but the bottom layer was just a jumping puzzle. It kind of makes me excited about what the possibilities of having 3 layered maps with just content galore on all 3 layers. It's kind of exciting, and it got me, just doing this jumping puzzle got me thinking about all that and getting me excited about the expansion. So anyway, that was kind of a gush, but definitely, if you guys have not done this jumping puzzle, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth it. It's fun, and it's just astoundingly huge. So definitely check it out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And at the end here is the diving goggle thing, where you put on diving goggles and jump down. There's a little bit of, there's like a puddle that I'm about to jump into here from way up. I'm pretty sure it's the longest, the highest jump in the game, survivable jump in the game. As you can see, I'm plummeting. And yeah, still going. And there's the water. Anyway, so that's my video, guys. Hopefully we'll talk again soon. If you guys have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and give my video a like or whatever. I'm not gonna prod people to do that. I think it's kind of silly. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Until next time.